in the woods, far from civilization, there is a shelter, an off-grid shelter, waiting to be discovered, waiting to be camped in, waiting for somebody to enjoy. And nobody knows where it is but me. Welcome back, happy campers. Thanks for joining us again at Bushwhacking with Craigers. Did I not promise you a shelter build? Did I? Did I? I promised and I delivered. We saw the last video, the one before the ATV survival kit. The last video, I invited out Emma and my wife to help start the shelter. We got the majority of it built right behind me. And today, this weekend, I'm hopefully going to try to finish it off. There's not too much left to do on it. There's a bit of a chimney fireplace I want to put in. There's a few walls that I need to build up, but that's pretty much it. I was hoping to get out on the bike today, but I, again, was having technical difficulties with it, so I had to hike. That's okay. That's what Bushwhacking with Craigers is all about. Not only overland camping, but using them 2 feet too. I'm excited to see that the shelter's held up. This week was full of rain. I think just about every day this week it rained. So I was worried that things would be flooded out and the shelter would kind of be ruined. But the walls held up, the plastic held up, the door, it's nice and dry as a bone in here. I mean, we've got dry, crumbly dirt here, so what could be a better testament to waterproofing than dry dirt inside the shelter? I'm excited to build up this wall here behind me today, put the fireplace in. It's going to drop to about 1 degree apparently tonight, so might get a little chilly. We'll see how that works out. I did bring my winter sleeping bag with me tonight, so that should take the edge off. Stay tuned and we'll show you the rest of the build. The shelter build is progressing well. I have the back wall all tarped off, and I'm working on the front wall here above the fire pit. So far, the wind, I mean, it's windy enough today, and apart from the fact that the door's open, I can't really feel much of a breeze inside. It's actually warm just enough as it is. It'll be an interesting night tonight to see how cold it gets. The bottom of this back tarp here, I'm actually going to put along the floor, and then I'll tack it off or peg it out somehow. But I have the reflective part of it facing up, so at least it'll help reflect some of the body heat from the ground, from myself, and protect me from the cold from the ground. I've got a little air mattress tonight, emergency blanket, that kind of stuff. So we'll take our chances and we'll see how it goes. I'll show you what I've done so far in terms of framing off this side here. Same thing as I did with the roof. I just put a bunch of about 1 inch thick trees across the bottom here, and then just tarp that off so I've got something rigid to secure onto. The back one is just the tarp tied on at strategic places to the supports, the roof supports. Nothing too fancy. The outside is going to be, the brush is going to be thrown up against the outside of the tent so that it gives it a bit of camouflage. And the plastic in the front, the clear, I think I may just leave that alone because it gives enough natural light coming in. It's like a diffused light. And we're back, mes amis. Hello, happy campers. So I believe the shelter is about as done as I'm going to get it. Let's have a look and see if I can show you the top version of it. Nice and framed off, reasonably waterproofed at the top. I mean, there might be a few little drip holes here and there, but with any luck they'll run down the plastic and not into me. The side wall, I believe you've seen already, has been nicely tarped up. I'll show you the outside of the shelter for now. So there's my door end. There's my door end of the shelter. That's the recycled, repurposed tent. The bottom, the one tarp here that I built the knee wall on. And I mean, these guys they're nothing fancy. They're utility tarp. They're 6x8 from the dollar store. So I mean, really, you could go all out and build this big elaborate shelter, but really, all you need is something to keep you out of the elements, keep you out of the wind, keep you out of the rain. Will it work? I guess we'll find out. After digging out the Dakota fire hole, I got myself a reasonably decent stash of firewood going. Remembering the video that I did back in the beginning of May, the dollar store challenge, I woke up around 3 o'clock in the morning hypothermic. I was absolutely freezing and didn't have any way of making a fire readily available to warm myself up. This time around, it is going down to 1 degree tonight. I do have my winter sleeping bag with me, thankfully, and that one's rated for -45, so I should be okay. I should, but we'll see. If not, but I do have my stash of firewood. But inside the pit, there is little teeny tiny twigs. That's my tinder to start the fire. And I've organized things by size. So I have my pencil thick to really tiny, between pencil and finger thick twigs. I start it with the tinder. Once I get it going, I slowly add this stuff in. Moving up to the larger material. That's about thumb thick. So about 1/2 to 3/4 inch material. The whole idea, guys, you don't want a huge rip-roaring fire in your tent. I mean, this is a small shelter. This is big enough to sustain me, to warm me up for a little bit until I can be comfortable enough to go back to sleep. Otherwise, I mean, it's not 40 below. You don't need a huge rip-roaring fire. Also, keep in mind, the bigger the fire, the more carbon monoxide is produced from it. I don't want to smoke myself out. I don't want to die from CO poisoning, so this way here I will build the smallest fire possible, just big enough to warm me up. You can see some of the larger material over here. Ah yes, my favorite time of day, dinner. The shelter is built. Took us about 2.5 weekends, I guess, to build it. It's finally at a spot that I'm comfortable with, and I guess we'll see how comfortable it really is tonight when I camp out here. Din tonight is fried taters, cubed up steak, Tex-Mex style. That's what I call dinner of champions. Tex-Mex style steak. Catch you all in a few. Would you like some? Buddy, what a busy day. It's been about 6 hours of shelter work, getting everything done, walls up, figuring out the fireplace. I still have to figure out if my air mattress is going to fit in here. I believe it should. It's getting a little nippy out here right now. It's presently about 4 degrees, so you know, your typical refrigerator weather, refrigerator temperature. So yeah, it's starting to get a little nippy. Really interested to see how that fire pit's gonna work. Supper's done. Oh my god, that steak turned out fantastic. The steak, the taters, the Tex-Mex cheese, it was like, mwah. Couldn't have cooked it any better. The shelter's reasonably working out. It's cutting down most of the wind out there. There's still a few little spots coming in, but I can fix that. It's all good. So again, I want to take time and say thank you to all of my subscribers, to everybody who's viewed the channel, who's clicked on the link, who thought, hey, what's this bushwhacking with Kriegers thing all about? So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Family and friends have been super supportive. The wife has been quite excited about kicking me out of the house for the weekend. I think she likes the time off. But yeah, it's nice to get away, and nice to have Emma come out and learn some new skills as well too. So I appreciate her help and Amanda's help getting the shelter done. All right, everybody, I'm going to settle in for the night. I'm going to save the fire for later on, so if and when that happens, I'll make another video of that. But thanks for everybody for subscribing to the channel, and I will wish you a hopefully warm night, wish you pleasant dreams, and I'll see you in the morning. Catch you in a few. I came, I camped, I survived. The shelter has been an amazing build. I'm extremely proud of how it all came together. It's starting to rain a little heavier now, so I'm going to head out, and I've got about an hour hike ahead of me. So I have a feeling I'll be a waterlogged rat when I get home. It's okay, it's half the fun. Thank you very much to everybody who's watched the videos, who subscribes to the channel, and who keeps the channel alive. That's the fun of it. I love doing these videos, and I do it for you guys. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and keep my video alive. Keep my channel alive. Thank you, everybody. Happy camping!